welcome to Speedrunners Arena. We are doing a very randomizer. I believe this is hard with mystery settings. That should be fun. I'm the Cheese Reaver. You may or may not have heard my voice before.
Oh, that's a nice orange.
Well, that's your problem one way or another. But yeah, here we are. Looks like everybody's getting started. I got into the booth a little on the late side. Looks like Nefarious, only one with a non-standard color palette on the ship. And everyone will be making their way to the left, of course. It's mystery settings, so who knows? It's a mystery. Let's see. Moonfalls. Looks like Lomian doing the right side moonfall. That's not something you see too often. Or that I think I've ever seen at all, ever. Alright, looks like Ashdar will be our first runner to make it to the morph ball item, and that might tell us some stuff. It is power bombs. So it's not major minor. It could still be Chozo. It could still be, of course, full rando. There's options. All runners collecting those power bombs, and there's the ball in the ceiling. So wait, no, I don't think it can beat Chozo, because I think Chozo requires the morph ball to be on the morph pedestal. So I think it's full rando. E-tank to the right. Let's see how many of our runners decide to take a trip up to Billy Mays. Looks like most of them are. Perhaps all. Let's see. Jaruzelki having some issues getting the morph ball, but does finally get it. And Billy Mays has some super missiles and a whole lot of nothing. Which means we may have some super combat settings going on. Or there are different settings that'll make things not make certain items not appear for one reason or another. So far, we've got a morph ball, some supers, and some power bombs, and an E-tank, and nothing at alpha missiles as well. And there is the gravity suit for Ashdar to the left of morph ball. Gravity suit. The two suits that they are likely to find, depending on settings. There are certain settings where you only find one suit. It's a mystery. We're playing mystery, y'all. We get to try to find out what in the world is going on. Hopefully everybody does check to the left of morph ball and finds that gravity suit. Thus far, everybody that's in the area has done so. Looks like Lomian is going to as well. So Jaruzelki will be the last runner to head that direction. I did not see what Ashdar found at Old Mother Brain, but luckily Big Jake will be likely not far behind. And just some missiles. So we've got one pack of all the ammo, one E-tank, the morphing ball, and the gravity suit. It looks like most of our runners, if not all of them, will be out of power bombs by the time they get out of the climb. I still expect to see them all check PT. Oh, we've got some door color rando. Because the door to bomb Terizo is, I believe it looked blue on Ashdar's screen. Yeah, that is blue. They will need the ice beam to get in there. So, thus far we know it's full rando. One of the settings that removes items is on, and that removes some items, and it's door color rando. That's what we've got thus far. As all of our runners make their way, or will make their way out to the ship to get a quick refill, and Azure will be looking at the next item we haven't seen yet at 230 missiles, and he will find another pack of supers. Definitely don't mind seeing those. And we do have at least some divergence here. Break Jake heading into Gauntlet. The one thing with only one pack of power bombs, Break Jake can check the front of Gauntlet, but if he doesn't find anything useful there, or if he doesn't find certain things there, he will not be able to get back out. Meanwhile, Azure finds another pack of power bombs at Terminator. Oh, Break Jake finding Space Jump at the front of Gauntlet. A nice item to find, but he has to reset out of it because he doesn't have the power bombs. But he does have the knowledge, which is very nice. Let's see, looks like a pack of missiles and a whole lot of nothing at the back of Gauntlet. And already, oh, we've got some area rando going on too. So we've got door color rando, full item rando, door color rando, area rando, and one of the settings that removes some stuff. Man, this is going to be interesting. So it looks like the door that would normally head towards the Golden 4 is actually the door that heads towards the Norfair elevator. Now, one thing I am curious about is, will Break Jake, once he finds that second pack of power bombs at the Terminator, he knows that the front of Gauntlet is Space Jump. Does he turn around and go grab it? He might. We've got reserve tanks at the high jump missile. So, Sailor Jade asking, why was there nothing at high jump? This is a mystery, so we don't know exactly what the settings are, but there are certain settings that remove either a certain amount of ammo, can remove suits, they can remove a certain number of E-tanks. Like, there are settings that will make it where at certain places you just don't find any items. And clearly one of those must be activated here. Don't know which one, but one of them. Yes, this is a hard mode mystery. Oh, apparently, do we know this for real, or the full reduced miners door color and area rando is just being tracked as we go? Or have we been told what the mystery, has the mystery been solved for us? Alright. So we've got a few of our runners heading into Meridia. Azure is... Huh, didn't see what door took him there. Looks like Nasarius has also made his way into Meridia. And looks like Break Jake is going back for that space jump. And looks like Jarazelki is also going to make the gauntlet play and will also be rewarded with the space jump. Looks like Nasarius is heading for some sandpit checks. And Ashter looks like he is going to go for a snail clip here in the aqueduct. Gets it done nicely. Finds an energy tank. Ooh, and there are morph ball bombs there in the left sandpit for Nasarius. And some super missiles as the other item in aqueduct for Ashter. Very nice, very nice. And Asarius deciding to keep those morph ball bombs, which when you've got what you expect at this point is reduced miners, you know, morph ball bombs are even more valuable, though Asarius does already have the magic number of 15 power bombs. And looks like Ashdar is also going to go for some sandpit checks. Looks like he's going to check the right sandpit first. And looks like we have a forfeit from Break Jake. With just a GG in the race time room. Perhaps wasn't expecting area rando. And some people just don't want that in their life. Right side sand pit, got some missiles. I know Ashdar already looked at it, but I was trying to figure out the forfeit at the time, so I didn't see them. Ashdar is checking the left sand pit, and we'll see those morph ball bombs. And does decide that he wants them. Jarozelki has picked up the space jump out of the front half of Gauntlet. He's headed through. Lomi and Jones finds the grapple beam at Spazer. Grapple's always nice to have. Unfortunately for our runners that are currently scouring Meridia, don't really have what they're gonna want to get to Bot Wound. They could Crystal Flash Clip if they were so inclined, but I don't expect they are. And Ashdar finding the top end of Meridia, there next to the broken tube. Doesn't want any of that. Not really a great location for it to send you. It looks like Asarius is about to find the that same location. Lomi and Jones is gonna climb the red tower. Jarozelki has made his way towards the tube, but decides not to really go into Meridia proper. It's just going to leave left, head towards Red Tower. Lomi and Jones is going to take advantage of that grapple beam though, and do a check, or try to do a check on X-Ray. Runs right into a wave door. We have not seen any beams yet in this door color rando. And beams are, well, they're important in door color rando. They're how you open the doors. Lomi had left out of Red Tower and will be deposited into Lower Norfair. And does not want any of that life. Having one E-Tank, one reserve, and not enough ammunition to even attempt a Crystal Flash. Ashdar also finding out that that leads to Lower Norfair, also does not want any of that life. top of Red Tower is actually still, that's not an area transition. And looks like another wave door. Or maybe not. I'm not actually sure with Asher's color scheme if that door that's red is actually red. Backdooring, or the door that would backdoor you into Lower Norfair leads Asher out to the ocean, and he finds Ice Beam under the ocean. We have seen at least one blue door at BT thus far. That's a nice beam. Oh, okay, so that is actually a missile door. But in door color rando, it has to be a missile that opens it. Gotcha. Can't pop it with supers. Asher gonna grab a save here at the wrecked ship. We have not seen any bosses yet, so as far as we know, this might be boss rando too. So I do like the save there from Asher. Because if you pop that door and show up in Ridley, well, that's not gonna end great. Darius finding some super missiles at Alpha, and another missing item for Asher at Spooky. Lomi and Jones is also about to be rewarded with that ice beam from under the ocean. I think it did, and it looks like we've got boss rando to go with it. And it's Kraid. Honestly, that's kind of best case scenario for Asher here. I mean, he'd rather it be Fantoon, I'm certain, because then Wreck Ship would actually open up. But if he drops into Ridley, he's just dead. Dragon, he could fight his way out. So this is kind of an everything rando. We got door color, area, reduced miners, full item rando. Just awesome. This seed is awesome. Hard mystery seed. This, but I mean, this is kind of what you want when you're told it's a hard mystery seed. Like, all right, I want a hard mystery. But that, of course, does mean that Asher will be leaving the wreck ship. Not having found Fantoon, there's not really anything else open in the wreck ship to find. Sarius about to pick up that ice beam. It's a nice beam. I don't know how many more settings there could be, WJG. I mean, are there any more that could pop up at this point? I don't know. Asher checks the Morph Ball Maze item. I didn't see it, but I think it looked like ammo. And Lomi and Jones gets the stand up from Kraid. Jared Zelke, on the other hand, has found Crocomire, the eight-eyed wonder. I did not see what door took him to Crocomire, but there's Crocomire. Well, whatever door Asher just went through. And Lomian finds the reserve tank behind Kraid. Not exactly what you're looking for after killing a boss. Croc being pretty trolly here. Ooh, Jarzulki is a little low on E. Makes it through. Has space jump. Has the grapple beam so it can make it, but finds an E-tank, which I'm certain he'll be happy to find considering that low health. Alright, Lomian headed out of the wreck ship. Asarius about to take on Kraid. true. Won't be getting health bombed by Croc, which is nice. Right. Serious takes out Kraid without issue. May Jones taking the elevator up. And this must be the door that drops you into Crocomire. Yes. The door at the top of Red Tower, past the elevator. Alright, Asher gonna farm up a little bit here. Zelky finding supers at Grapple Missile. Indiana Jones, if you will. Which is, by a wide margin, the hardest way to get that item. Looks like we're gonna get some bomb jump in here from Asher to head up to the grapple item. Asher did not check the front of Gauntlet and did not get that space jump. And the grapple item is a big old nothing. So Asher is actually going to try to Indiana Jones his way to the Indiana Jones item. And look at that. Right after I say it's like the hardest way to do it, which it still is the hardest way to get that item, Asher just has no trouble. Serious heading out to the right-hand side of the wrecked ship towards the door that would lead to the top of Meridia. We will have to see what area that leads him to. And Joe Zelke, you can head out of the croc pit and back to the top of Red Tower. So that door put Necerius... Okay, right back into Criteria. Sadly, I wasn't thinking about it because, you know, whatever, area rando didn't occur to me when I agreed to, you know, commentate this race. I don't have a piece of paper, like, writing down what links to what. No, Terminator had power bombs. That was already picked up earlier. Like, I think everybody just already picked it up. Ah, Necerius will be our first runner to see what's at Bomb Terizo, and we'll have to fight BT here. And it's an E-Tank, which, considering his health situation, he's probably pretty happy about. So that's right, y'all. We're gonna get ourselves a Bomb Terizo fight. It'll be a two-shot fight because they have super missiles, but that's neither here nor there. It happened. It happened, and they can't take it away from you. Lomi and Jones popped a save. I'm unsure for what. Okay, he's just unconcerned with what's down at the bottom of the croc area because he found it all and decided no thanks. So what exits that our runners have access to have we not seen yet? Now our runners have found the ice beam, which puts Bot Woon in logic. I think, since this is hard logic. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be confused, but I'm fine with giving interviews. Assuming any of them actually want to speak to me. Asher gonna go on some hell runs, headed towards Bubble Mountain. Or maybe not. Finds a spazer door. And turns right around. Asarius finding that space jump at the front of Gauntlet. And Jerizelki gonna take out Kraid in Fantoon's spot. I'm honestly trying to figure out where they can go right now. Like, what area exit have they not done yet? I don't know. You may be right, Jade. Nobody checked the door to the left of Morph Ball. That may be the only door they would have access to that we haven't seen yet. I'm trying to think if there's any others. I guess, did anybody go right from landing site? Like to the moat door? I don't think we've seen that. Oh, there was a wave door in the way? Okay, if there was a beam door in the way, then that would also prevent it. So it may be a trip to back to Retro Bryn is in order. And by the looks of it, that is what Asher's thinking, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe you're gonna head back, grab a refill first. Oh no, he wants to go check BT, having that ice beam to open the door. But it does look like Asarius is headed back towards Retro Bryn. And Lomi and Jones picking up that space jump. Asher going to two-shot BT real quick. We're getting a few drop frames on Jerizelki's screen. And Asarius ends up near the beach in Meridia, from that door to the left of Morph Ball that would normally lead to the Green Hill. But this still gives you more spots you can check. And there's a spazer for Asarius. And we have seen multiple spazer doors at this point. That's a pretty big find, at this point. We have seen a few spazer doors. I know we saw one in Croc. We've seen at least one other one. I don't know, there's a lot of areas and doors and such for me to try to keep track of. Alright, and the watering hole is power bombs and an E-tank. Asarius will likely happily pick both of those up. To be fair, if you're in a reduced miners, door color, area, boss rando, seed, you're pretty much picking up everything you find until the late game. Few You might need those power bombs to take out Ridley. Alright, looks like Azure is also making the play back down to Retro Bryn. Might see a climb check here. Nope, we won't. That's cool. People know who I am. If they want to follow me, they already are. Alright, Serious heading into Mama Turtle. And we've got a reserve. And some missiles. And now Azure has made his way through that door and back into Meridia. And we'll likely soon find that Spazer that we saw Nesarius pick up a minute or two ago. And there's the Spazer. The Space Laser. I'm pretty sure it's actually supposed to be the Spread Laser, but, you know, they're in space. It's the Space Laser. I'm the one with the microphone. You have to listen to me. Oh no! I didn't say I set up the bot. I was telling you to set up the bot. I was volunteering as tribute, which means I don't have to do any of the work. Alright, both Lomian and Ashner have picked up that Spazer from the beach, checked the watering hole, and Nesarius has found his way into the Green Hills. Not sure which door he took to get there. Possibly the one Lomian is about to take. Oh, that door leads to Lower Norfair. Or to Upper Norfair, the door to Lower Norfair. Nesarius has found his way into Big Pink. And nothing at charge missiles. Some supers at charge. The door at the bottom of Meridia leading down to the tube is the one that leads to Green Hills. Ashton went through it. And we have vanilla missiles at the Green Hills. Missiles at Spore Spawn Supers. And looks like Jarazelki is also making the play that will lead to the beach and that Spazer beam. Is it me, or is Ashter's health draining a little on the slow side? We might have half damage gravity suit. And Ashter going to wave beam, finds a spacer door, And there's nothing inside. I did not see what Nefarious found there at the wave gate. Screw attack. That's a nice find. Be very helpful if they do end up having to do the hell runs to or doing Lower Norfair without Varia. And with the half damage gravity suit, you know, that's a little more in play. Man, we have a charge beam on Nefarious' side. Did that happen at Mission Impossible? I think that's the only spot I haven't seen / asked about yet. It may not be. It is a hard seed with some removed items, so it's possible there's only one suit in the game. That is one of the settings you can end up with. And nope, there's the various suit for Ashton. At Norfair Reserve. But technically it would be possible. There are settings that only give you one suit. Just missiles at the bottom corner of Bubble Mountain. And they're all screwed up. It's really hard to watch 4 people. I don't know what Nefarious found at Edakun's E-Tank or Edakun's Super. Because Ashter was finding various suit at the time. And looks like super missiles at Edakun's power bombs. Lomian is about to take on another boss that we know is not Kraid. We've already seen Kraid. Kraid was at Fantoon. That is a plasma door at Bryn Reserve. Let's see, who does Lomian find? It was a left-handed door. I think that was Ripley. Ashter, taking the door down towards Crockmire, finds the lava dive. And is going to make his way towards Lower Norfair, though the elevator might be another area transition. Nope, looks like that leads to Lower Norfair proper. So I would say, especially with that various suit, Ashter's got a pretty good lead here. Could be a little while before anybody else makes the hell runs to Bubble Mountain. Oh, did Lomian find plasma somewhere? I wonder where. Alright, Ashter gonna begin the bomb jump up the worst room in the game. As Nefarious heads back into Meridia. And looks like both both Lomian and Jaruzelki are in the Green Hills area, but Lomian is headed right out. After finding missiles at the generic rodent missiles. As Nefarious finds the door to Kraid's lair. Which was the door... And there's plasma there in Kraid, in the frog pocket. Yeah, Lomian will definitely know now. The other hell rooms that other runners have gone into, they've pretty much left immediately, so I don't know if they had a chance to notice the reduced damage. Though, being in Bubble Mountain, Lomian now in prime position to find the Varia suit. And in cracking open the Norfair Reserve door, Lomian will likely find it shortly. I have a dog getting mad somewhere. Azure makes his way past the Three Amigos, head down towards the wasteland. And yep, Nefarious finds Ridley at Kraid and doesn't want any of that life. And Lomian finds Varia there at Norfair Reserve. And considering he was sitting at 50 health at the time, he's probably pretty happy about that find. Well, and you know, you found Varia soon, you should be happy about that regardless. Ooh, Astra finding the speed booster at PBs of Shame. Always a fun find. Especially right before the Metal Pirate room. And knowing what we know, I mean, I'm sure he'd be fine regardless, but knowing what we know, Azure will be happy regardless of which boss ends up behind Ridley's door, because we know it's not Ridley. We know where Ridley is. It's either Dragon or Fantoon. As Jaruzelki is able to pick up that charge beam here in Big Pink. Azure resetting the room, wants the power bombs from the orbs whose name I don't remember. Are these multi-violas? I don't know. I don't know enemy names. I don't know. And Azure finds Fantoon in Ridley's spot. As Jaruzelki picks up that screw attack from the wave gate. Lomian headed towards the wave item. Unfortunately, we'll be greeted with a big fat nothing. Thank you, slow guy. So those would be regular violas. Trying to get some air doppel on against Fantoon. And that is a dead Fantoon as Jaruzelki picks up missiles at Etakun's E-Tank, and Zarius finds an E-Tank at Etakun's super missiles that were behind a plasma door. Where is Lomian headed? Looks like he's headed back towards Business Center. Oh, or he's just checking the cathedral item. Just missiles, and we're gonna reset. Nazarius with that plasma beam can now check Brinstar Reserve, and we'll find nothing. An E-Tank. And another E-Tank. If Nazarius plans to do hell running with the half damage on the gravity suit and the number of E-Tanks and the amount of ammo Nazarius is sitting on, it wouldn't be the worst set of the worst Lower Norfair hell runs I've ever seen. You know, I mean, nobody wants to do Lower Norfair hell runs, but you do what you must. Speaking of Lower Norfair, it looks like Lomian is in the lava dive and to head towards Lower Norfair. Azure finds some missiles at the Hoda Ruby Special. And looks like Jarazelki does not have that plasma beam from the Frog Pocket, so cannot open Bren Reserve and get those two E-Tanks. You're doing a nice job avoiding the Three Musketeers. Oh, except that may have commentator cursed him a little bit there, but there we go. Azure is out, and that's the Red Tower. Which I think we already knew. Yeah, we've seen that entrance. So they're paired in such a way that we actually already knew that one. Ooh, Lomian doing a Gold Terizo check. We've got supers at Screw Attack. Nothing at the spaceship required item, and nothing at the supers. So you definitely don't keep that check for that single pack of super missiles. Let's see, Nasarius going to head over to Speed, where I don't think we found anything of note. Azure gonna head to the cosine room to see what is behind that spacer door. And nothing. And Lomian Jones just sitting at the title screen. Hasn't forfeit or anything, just the title screen. And yes, as WJG has just put into the chat, you should follow all of these runners. They put on a great show for us, and you should at least give them a follow. It'll make their day. It'll make them happy. You can follow me if you're super dedicated, but I wouldn't bother, and you should follow our trackers, Slow Guy and Sailor Jade. They both do a good bit of tracking for us, and we definitely appreciate it. Because I'm having a hard enough time just talking about what's going on. They actually have to pay attention enough to know when items get picked up. Yes, and if you follow right now, we will get to find out whether everybody remembered to turn off their follower alerts. Azure, having killed off Fantoon at the Ridley spot, now has free reign here in the wrecked ship. And we may... There's a spring ball, Peepo SB. Let me drop a... we may see Azure go ahead and go take out Ridley, though that health is a little sketchy. And Nefarious picks up that Very suit at Norfair Reserve. Now really has everything he could want to finish the game, just has to find all the bosses. Azure not going to head towards Ridley at Fantoon just yet. He's going to head up into the attic. And we will see what the top of the wreck ship holds. Some nice speed booster work there. Nice speed keep. And keeps the blue suit and finishes off everyone in the attic. And Jarazelhi will be our next runner to find the various suit, and I believe, yep, our next and final runner to find the various suit. All of our runners now have both suits. Ooh, and Ashter finds some high jump boots at the robot room. And apparently we have some tracker shenanigans going on. It happens. Azure with a nice move up to the sky and finds just power bombs. Lomian picks up that charge beam at Mission Impossible. That is kind of the one thing that Azure is missing, really, is that charge beam. Doesn't have plasma, but plasma is nice to have, but it's not necessarily super important. But you know, charge beam, it prevents so much ammo that it's a worthwhile thing. And Lomian Jones gonna grab a save here at Big Pink. Not sure to what end? Or maybe just wanted to drop a save just to have one. Meanwhile, bowling missiles here for Asher is just missiles. Has that speed booster, so he's going to go ahead and check the reserve item. And Nefarious going to head towards Batwoon. Yeah, Azure's HP, not great for it. And there's the wave beam. That is the last beam that we haven't seen. We now have seen all beams. And I know we've seen a few doors blocked by the wave beam. And a nice E-tank for Ashter at Gravity. That's nice. That full HP refill, or energy, not HP. The energy refill right there when you're only sitting at 62 health. It's a nice find. Alright, Asarius is in the Coliseum. Which, with what we've seen, I believe Dragon has to be vanilla here. Fantoon, Ridley, and Kraid were all shuffled into each other. So I believe this actually has to be Dragon. Unless these hard settings, you know, have produced some kind of weird fourth mega boss that I'm not aware of. Like, no, you don't get to fight Dragon. You get to fight Mecha Dragon. Ashter going to be our first runner to find that wave beam, and so our first runner to check. Ooh, X-ray, and it's nothing. That is unfortunate. Sirius is in the Dragon arena. Has already popped the turrets and is going to wait it out. Jarazelki just fought BT and found that E-Tank and is going to head back out to the landing site. Not catching the refill, just heading to the right. Sirius able to microwave Dragon. Always nice when you've got the microwave active when it's Dragon time. It's just so much faster. So much easier, just so much. And Nesarius is rewarded with absolutely nothing for killing Dragon. These are brutal settings. This is why I'm commentating and not running, because settings like this exist. Mister finishes off Bot Wound with no issues. Yeah, Kraid is Ridley. Kraid was Ridley. Ridley was Fantoon. Fantoon was Kraid, and then Dragon was Dragon. We've got Lillian Jones making his way through Lower Norfair. Has space and screw, so can do the Pillars route nice and quickly. When you have Space Jump, the worst room in the game is really just a room in the game. And Jarazelki is back in Meridian. We'll have to see where he's headed. So my hair is still a little wet and kind of cold. Alright, Ashter gonna take on Dragon. Does not have charge and plasma, or X-ray, really, that doesn't actually have any of the components of the microwave beam that we saw Nesarius use, but does have that speed booster. So I have no doubt that we are going to see ourselves some Shine Spark strats here on Dragon. And that is, of course, exactly what is happening. 2 good sparks. I expect to see one more here. Oh no! Astro unfortunately coops that spark. But has enough ammo to just finish off the shrimp. And that is a dead shrimp for Ashter. Nesarius, meanwhile, is backdooring Lower Norfair, which I kind of like. If you're Nesarius, you're in go mode. You don't need any more items, so he is still checking for things. Maybe looking for Wave Beam, because we still don't... No, wait, we know how to get to everything now. They do not need Wave Beam. Oh, no, wait, we haven't found the G4 door, have we? That is one thing we have not found. Could be hoping for speed. We know speed is at PBs of Shame, which Lomian is picking up right now. Have a need for speed. Apparently in the actual Navy Top Gun school, they fine you if you quote the movie. It's like a swear jar, except it's a Top Gun quote jar. Looks like Mysterious is going to find that speed booster. Check the power bombs of shame. So at this point, no one has defeated all of the bosses. Astor has killed 3. Just needs to kill Ridley in Kraid's room. Don't know if he's found Kraid's room yet. With the door rando settings, it's really hard to keep track of exactly which parts of what everybody's found. Or what's going on at all, honestly. We've got Lomian taking on Fantoon in the Ridley spot. And Mysterious about to do the same. And we've got Jarazelki, looks to be in the Kraid area, but looks to be frozen. That is a microwaved ghost on Lomian's side, and I expect we'll see the same here out of Mysterious. And that is a microwaved ghost on Mysterious' side. Astor finding some supers at ice. Brings that ammo count to, looks like 35, 30, 20. If my eyes do not deceive me, which they often do, so who knows. Mysterious and Lomian pretty much in the same boat as each other. Lomian hasn't killed off Dragon yet, so not quite. Not quite in the same boat. Mysterious and Astor kind of in the same boat, though Astor's in a very different location. But Mysterious does have that charge and plasma, which means Mysterious doesn't need to pick up any more ammo. Astor, on the other hand, would need ammo without charge, which is in Big Pink. Astor will likely find plasma since it's right there at the frog pocket, and Ridley is in Kraid's lair, so. You get late into one of these area rando seeds, and it can become taxing to remember, wait, what doors have I checked? Which ones haven't I? Which ones are locked by a beam color that I didn't have at the time? Especially if you're the kind of person that more often than not kind of mentally tracks all this stuff. It can be very taxing, very difficult. Unfortunately, Mysterious falls through after checking the generic route to mascot missiles. Looks like we're dropping some frames on Lomian's side. Jarazelki has finished off Ridley and found the missiles behind the Space Pelican. I think everyone found the front of Lower North Fair. I think everyone did, but I could be wrong. I said, it's very difficult to keep track of who's found what and what's where. Like Viserius is headed towards the front of Lower Norfair, or at least that door, though I don't know where it leads. It leads to... it leads to the top of Meridia. So I think we have seen that door before. Azure has found Kraid's lair, and will be able to go and take on Ridley, who is here. Though Azure will need to find either a lot of ammo or that charge beam, which we know the charge beam is in Big Pink. At the Mission Impossible spot, if I recall correctly. And also, as I said before, none of our runners have actually found the door to G4. At least not that I've seen. They should be starting to, or they should be running low on transitions that could lead there. As you're doing some powerbomb strats here on Ridley. Went in with not quite 30 supers. Had some missiles for backup. Ridley might be dead. Yep, Ridley is dead. That is the Space Pelican dead on Astra's screen as Necerius begins taking on the Space Pelican. Had not quite 30 supers going in, I don't believe, but also has Charge Ice Plasma. So can throw in a couple of charge shots if necessary. May have had 30? Must have had 30 coming in, because that is a dead Pelican. And that puts both Necerius and Ashter having finished all 4 bosses. Neither of them, as far as I know where G4 is. But Necerius has kind of the advantage because of the that charge beam. Whereas Ashter will still need to either find the charge beam or pick up enough ammo. We are a little over an hour and 8 minutes into this one. It took us probably almost a full half hour just to figure out all the settings on the seed. And Azure does pick up that plasma beam at the frog pocket. Well, that's Jeruzelki at, what is that, speed? That is the speed location, gets those missiles. Well, if you want charge, Azure is heading in the correct direction for charge. And Necerius is also heading there, so maybe our runners did already find the G4 entrance and I just didn't see it. Might be at the top of Green Tower. Azure gonna check Waterway, which we have not seen yet. With the way Nefarious is making his way there leads me to believe he must know where the G4 entrance is, and it's got to be here at the top of Green Tower. Unfortunately, we have another forfeit in the race. Lomian has forfeit and put a heck in the race time room. And the top of Green Tower was, in fact, the entrance to G4. And so Nefarious will be our first runner to make it into G4. Yeah, the stream's been down for a bit. But looks like Lomian's computer is being a butt. Which is unfortunate, but I believe that's the sort of thing we've all had to deal with before. Alright, Nefarious is through Metroid Room 1. Easily through Metroid Room 2. Nice, speedy Metroid 3. Hey, this is Metroid 3. Huh. And gets to gather on Metroid Room 4. Yes, unfortunately, Astra did pass by a Mission Impossible, which has the charge beam. Since we're on reduced miners, there may or may not even be enough ammo in the game to complete it without charge beam. I'm not sure if reduced miners guarantees enough ammo to beat Mother Brain without charge. Like, I'm honestly just, I don't know enough about the setting. Nope, turns out wave was not needed. Astra was our only runner that found it, and I don't remember where. Astra is back in Big Pink, so we'll soon be the recipient of that charge beam. Does 35-35 is not nearly enough, or is that 35? 35-35 isn't nearly enough ammo for Mother Brain in 1 and 2. Wreck Ship Reserve, yes, that's where Wave was. Sirius gets the ice beam Zeb skip. That was Mother Brain 1 down from Nefarious. With charge, ice, plasma. This is 30 shots with that beam, I believe. Though it looks like Nefarious is going to go for the burn all your supers except for 15, shoot till catch up, and then finish Mother Brain off with supers. Unfortunately, Astra did not check Mission Impossible there in Big Pink, and is headed back into Bubble Mountain. Sirius has catch-up, has super missiles, has dead Mother Brain 2. That is phase transition for Sirius. Astra gonna check the speed location, which I think is missiles. Which is some missiles and X-ray outside of it. Jerusalem is in the wasteland and will likely be the recipient of the speed booster. Elke in the Carl Douglas pirate room. Everyone is in fact kung fu fighting. Unfortunately, on Necerius' screen, spoiler, big time Metroid spoiler for anybody paying attention. Spoiler alert, baby gonna die. We got Azure headed back towards Terminator. We may see a front of gauntlet check here from Azure, which is space jump. That is a dead baby, and because Mother Brain is such a jerk for killing the baby, Samus gets hella mad and rainbow beams her in the face 36 times. Directly in the face. Rainbow beam to the face! Azure check and climb supers, and that is an E-Tank. But we've got Necerius entering the escape, and Jarazelki finishing off Fantoon with a nice microwave. Necerius into the Leodoc's room. Not one of our runners. Nope, has screw attack, but I guess must have turned it off. Probably turned it off for Metroid rooms. But still has that rainbow beam, so it's not really a problem. Got a spark up to climb. Parlor. Will we see the baby surprise? Will we see the baby surprise? No, we're not going to see the baby surprise. Come on, people. Let's be real. And Necerius has finished in first place with an official time of 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 57 seconds. GG to Necerius. Congratulations on winning this. I mean, they said it was a hard mystery seed, and I gotta agree. That series of settings, full item rando, reduced minors, a door color area, and boss rando. That's a rough combo. Like, that's a real rough combo. Lomian, I'm honestly not sure, because with that many pieces randomized with the door color, area, and boss, it was really hard to kind of tell who was in the lead at any given moment. Just because knowing, somebody could be ahead in items, but somebody else could be ahead in checks, and it was very, I have no idea. But still, it was an interesting one. But we still have two runners going, Jarazelki and Azure. Azure gonna head into right sandpit, which I thought he already checked, but I could be wrong. Yet, an hour and 20 minutes into a seed with this many things randomized, it can get very confusing. Who's checked what? My apologies. Who has checked what? Well, thank you for joining us, Lomian, and GG. Sorry about your computer being a butt. Looks like we are going to get a Shack tool check here from Ashter. yes, Astor did Indiana Jones. Like, and actually did Indiana Jones with the grapple beam. And we've got a map check by Jaruzelki here. Trying to figure out where he hasn't gone. Looks like the only boss he's missing at this point is Dragon, who is vanilla. Our only vanilla boss in this seed. And looks like Shack Tool was just a pack of power bombs. I think everybody did Croc. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure everybody did Croc. Just because you got dumped there into the room, and you're like, well, I guess I might as well kill Croc. He's here. Serious with a 54.9% item collection rate. Of course, since we don't actually have 100 items, the percentages aren't necessarily going to be whole numbers. Because it actually does take how many items you found, divided by the total number of items available to produce that number. Which is nice. Because you wouldn't want to actually find every item, but because you were running a reduced miner's seed, it told you only found 75% or whatever, even though the other items just didn't exist. So I dig it. Astor checks plasma and unfortunately finds nothing. And with the amount of checks we've seen at this point, I feel fairly confident in saying there's actually not enough ammo in this seed to complete it without charge beam. One thing we are going to see here from Astor is where this transition leads. Though actually we may have already seen the top of Meridia transition. Once again, as WJG has put the bot to doing, you should give all these runners a follow. They put on a good show for us. They race video games on the internet for our entertainment, and it does not cost you a dime to watch them. So you should at least give them a follow. You should follow my wonderful trackers, Slow Guy and Sailor Jade. They do a lot of tracking for us. Sailor Jade, she specifically does a lot of tracking for us, and we truly appreciate that. You can follow me if you want to. I don't stream much, and I probably don't stream stuff you want to watch, so I wouldn't bother. But we truly appreciate it, Jade. We've got Jaruzelki heading through the Forgotten Highway. No, you don't need to strip my name out. You can just... If people really want to follow me, I will totally be super happy if they do. But if they expect me to, stream on any kind of regular basis or stream anything consistently, they will be disappointed. Astor heading into Croc. Oh yes, there was a wave gate right here at Croc PBs. And just missiles. At this point, if you're Astor, you've got to be racking your brain. What items have you not looked at? And then if you are Jaruzelki, I think... Oh, Is he headed to... Might be headed to a Shack tool check? Which we have already seen for on Azure's side, and it was just some power bombs. It does look like we're gonna see a second Shack check here. And Azure going to head into the wreck ship. I don't think anybody ever checked wreck ship E-Tank, which may be where Azure is headed. Looks like that is the case. Right, though Azure did do some checks in, or did most of the checks in in wreck ship after the Fantoon kill at Ridley, because that's what we know where Wave is. At Wreckship Reserve. And just a reserve tank, which I believe that is the 4th reserve tank. The last reserve tank is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace. And looks like Azure is going to head to the door that would normally lead to the Forgotten Highway. I know we've seen this door transition, but I just do not remember where it leads. Might be one of the transitions that led to Norfair, but I don't remember. Wait, you can get through that room that way? I didn't know that. Oh no, this led back to Criteria. So we've got Azure back at Business Center. And Jarozelki, having completed the Shack tool check, is going to head back towards the rest of Meridia. Which I think Jarozelki should have access to. I think, yeah, he's got access to Dragon without having to make any area transitions. I think. Maybe not. No, because there's an area transition right there. Oh no, wait, never mind. It leads here, so yes. Jarozelki can now go to Botwoon and to Dragon. Azure is lava diving again. Likely gonna see a GT check. I believe. I think that's the only thing Azure didn't check in Lower Norfair was GT. Oh, Azure going the vanilla way to GT. Has that space jump, so we'll allow a check of the space jump required item there to the left, which I know has a name, but I can't remember that item's name. Might just be GT missiles, but I think it's got another name. I think at least in the SMZ3 community it has another name, because they hate it. There, nothing at the supers, and I believe Screw Attack itself is just a pack of supers. Showcase Showdown, that's the name. Thank you, Nizzle. I knew SMZ3 had a particular name for it because of how much they hated it. Azure doing some farming here on GT. Trying to farm up enough supers to finish off the fight. That should be plenty. Meanwhile, we have Jarazelki entering the Coliseum. Of course, we won't see the sands of the Coliseum. Well, I guess we'll see a little bit at the end. But with that space jump, we will not see the sands of the bottom of the middle of the Coliseum. Jarazelki is through to Precious Room. And an E-Tank at Precious. Jarazelki picks that up. Begin his final boss fight, Vanilla Dragon. Gonna prep for a microwave kill. Really, because of the reduced ammo and where Charge Beam is, it is one of those seeds where just skipping that one location is devastating. Which is unfortunate, of course, for Ashter. As he did go through, he went back through Big Pink and checked everything except Mission Impossible. Cat has decided to show up on my desk. No, Europa, you go over there. That is Dragon, finished off for Jarazelki. It's possible. I'm not sure. I've been paying attention to the ammo, but not super closely paying attention to the ammo. With reduced miners, I believe it's possible for a seed to not have enough ammo for you to actually complete it without charge, but I could be wrong. 65-45, that's really close, yeah. Alright, Ashter is back in Big Pink. Does he know the magic spot? Looks like it. Yep. This will be Charge Beam and Go Mode for Ashter, and he's very close to the Turian entrance, since it's just there at the top of Green Tower. And that is the Charge Beam for Ashter as the full beam combo, and is pretty close to the entrance to G4. Jarazelki also in Go Mode, just has to make his way to G4. I don't know if he knows where it is. Not sure he's made that door transition yet. Oh, Azure has space jump and maybe even high jump boots. Not 100% on the high jump boots. Somebody found high jump. No, Azure found high jump boots in the attic. Ashter has space jump and high jump. And there is the G4 transition for Ashter. And down the elevator. I thought he did, but I could be wrong. I just know I saw them. Jarazelki possibly going through some notes to find the door transition he's looking for. Meanwhile, Ashter making short work of these Metroid rooms. Jarazelki's trying to map out how to get to the G4 entrance. Aster looks like is gonna go for the baby skip. Has everything for it. Ooh, gets caught up on that that last node. I believe Aster did pick up those high jump boots. I'm not 100% on that, but I think they were picked up. Aster will open the door, get a quick refill, turn off screw attack. Jarazelki getting trolled a little bit here in Red Tower by the screw attack, destroying some of those platforms. As Aster enters Mother Brain's chamber, gets the freeze, gets the Zeb skip no problem, and heads towards Mother Brain 1. Has plenty of ammo to make Mother Brain 1 happen, and has that ice beam, so the Rinkus stay dead long, and Mother Brain 1 is already down. Mother Brain 2, full beam combo is going to be 20 shots. And I expect we'll see a stand-up glitch here. Aster is definitely protecting that health. Yeah, we're definitely going to see a stand-up here. Now, Aster did not unequip Varia, I don't think. Doesn't look like it, so gotta get a lot of damage done here in a real short period of time to activate the stand-up. But Aster's very good at this game. Is able to get the rainbow beam out. And there's a stand-up. Baby out of nowhere. How many shots, how many Hyper Beam shots Aster can take off of Mother Brain 3. Probably plenty. Jarazelki is just searching for the entrance. Needs to make it to Green Hills. That will give him where he needs to go. Aster with a very nice stand-up. Looked like 4 Hyper Beam shots to finish off Mother Brain 3. And Jarazelki is definitely just searching for that door transition. Or that area transition. This is not door rando, it's just area rando. God, these settings with door rando would be even worse. But again, I don't know if you could do door color rando and door rando at the same time. I'm not sure if those settings are compatible. They probably are. Alright, Aster making short work of the escape, most of the way through the Leodox room. We've just got a spark up the climb, a parlor, and the ship. And that's all she wrote. She being Samus, she writes a, comprehensive battle summary after all of her missions. Why wouldn't she? Alright. And Ashter has finished in second place. With an official time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 9 seconds. GG to Ashter. That charge location was just killer. And we have one runner remaining, Jerozelki, who is still searching for that transition to the G4. He's all his bosses are dead. He's got all the items he'll need for Turian. Just looking for that transition. I unfortunately just don't remember where that transition is. Like, to get to Green Hills, I don't remember where that transition is. I have no doubt that Jerozelki will sniff it out. Ah, there's the Green Hills transition. There at the bottom of Meridia, headed towards the tube. And this will lead all the way up to the Green Tower transition, which is the G4 transition. So Jerozelki now well on his way to the Golden Four, who aren't really there. Well, I guess they're there, but in the background, I think they're gray in the background. Headed through pink, into green, up the green. I'd like to once again take the time to thank our runners for racing for us today. They do they put on a great show for us. They put up with just the settings on this scene were not awesome. I mean, awesome, I guess, if you love this kind of stuff, but there's a reason I'm commentating this scene and not racing it, because of things like this. They put up with it, and you should follow them because they deserve it. You can also follow our wonderful trackers, Slow Guy and Sailor Jade. They do a great job for us tracking, and you can follow me if you really want to. I won't tell you to do so. I won't tell you not to do so. I will just say you can do it if you want to. Alright, Jerozelki taking the elevator out of Green Tower, and will soon be headed into Turian. Down the elevator he goes. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to catch a save here. Or maybe not. just accidentally didn't save, is going to catch a save here for the Metroid rooms. No shame in that. And I mean, you already know that everyone else has finished the race, so no reason to not be safe at this point. Well, I guess some people will take that as, oh, I might as well be safe and make sure I finish. Others take that as, no, I'm going to do some crazy stuff now because everybody else is done. I can't fault anyone for either attitude, because at times I've had both. That's Metroid Room 1 done. Zelki gets caught in Metroid Room 2 and is just going to start laying power bombs. Is nicely done by Jaruzelki. To Metroid 4. To single free strats. Gets them no problem. I do not know if Jaruzelki does baby skips or not, so I guess we'll find out shortly. Nope, looks like he's going for damage strats, which you generally don't do if you're going for a baby skip. Facing left, losing 40 frames. Looking towards the future instead of back at all those frames saved. But does get the nice on the bug catch. So the floating is nice, but still looking the wrong direction. Grab the refill here and pop the super into that door. May not be aware that in Door Rando you have to use actual missiles, because until I commentated in today's race, I didn't know you had to use regular missiles on Red Door in Door Rando. It's just never come up. Or in Door Color Rando, sorry, not Door Rando. This is Door Color Rando. Door Rando is a very different, much weirder thing. Well, there you go. Thank you, slow guy, for that information. Alright. No Zeb skip here by Jaruzelki. Just gonna use those missiles and pound through the Zebs. And here we are at Mother Brain 1. Gonna freeze and kill these Rinkas, because when you freeze them and kill them, they stay dead a lot longer. Oh, trying the jump in the glass strats and gets the jump. Only be a super or two away. There we go. That's Mother Brain 1 down. Has charge ice plasma, but is going to go ahead and burn supers first, which supers are better damage per second than all but the best beam combo, and even then you have to do the charge and release perfectly to get full optimal DPS. Whereas with supers you can just kind of, pound them. catch-up phase. Charizard, you better be careful. And that is transition. That is cutscene. Has various suit equipped. Goes ahead and pops the reserve tank, which will make the cutscene a little longer. Not a huge deal, but will make it a little longer because Mother Brain will always drop you to under 100 energy. And baby out of nowhere. Seriously, the wall shut behind you. Where did the baby come from? Like, real question. How did Mother Brain get in here? I mean, Mother Brain's just been sitting in this room for who knows how long. Probably since Metroid 1. I call hacks. If Metroids get the ability to phase through walls, I call hacks. Meanwhile, baby dead, yo. Baby dead. And Charizard will need 36 shots to the face to finish off Mother Brain 3. Going with the corner strats, they are reliable. You will basically, I don't. If you use the corner strats like this, I don't think you can like get messed up in this fight. Whereas if you jump into Mother Brain's face, she can body you real hard, and I have almost died in this phase before. I've never finished dying, but I have come real close. Alright, Charizard finishes off Mother Brain 3 and just has the escape remaining. It's a 259.89 transition. Has that speed booster, so we'll be able to spark on up. No Spring Ball, so no Blue Bomber. His way through the Leodox room. Ourselves hopefully a nice spark up the climb, and a nice climb spark up top into the parlor. Will we see the surprise animals? Is animal surprise on at all? We don't know. I don't think we'll see them, but if we do, then we'll be able to find out whether animal surprise is on. It's one thing. That's like the one mystery setting that would be. It's very rare you're going to find out whether it's actually on or not, because almost no one actually goes to try to save the animals. And Charizard has finished in third place with an official time of 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 49 seconds. GG to Charizard. Looks like nobody's up for any interviews today. It's cool. I wouldn't want to talk to me either. I understand. So yeah, that is what we've got for the day. Next Saturday, we will host 2 more variant randomizers. Let's see what next Saturday's categories are. looks like the casual will be full item rando, area rando with random starting locations. And then the later in the day hard will be full countdown, boss rando, random starting location. I don't know what countdown is. Just not familiar with it. Oh, full with HUD has been renamed to full countdown. Gotcha. I don't know what full with HUD is either. Not as helpful as it could be, but it's cool. But yeah, that's about all I've got. So I'll do my little spiel one more time. These runners race on the internet for your enjoyment for free. You should give them a follow. They deserve it. These individuals have helped with the stream. WJG was our restreamer, but he doesn't stream, so he doesn't want anybody to follow him. Slow Guy and Sailor Jade were our awesome trackers today. I know we had some tracker issues today as far as the tracker resetting itself, which is unfortunately just a thing that happens with it sometimes, but they made it through those difficulties without any issues. And you can follow me if you really want to. With that, I guess we need to find somebody to raid. I don't know if we want to keep it in the Super Metroid family, or if I can just raid whoever I want. If no one has any, like, hardcore suggestions, I'm going to raid the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide weekly race. Because they're awesome people, and Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide is an awesome randomizer. Alright, I'm going to do it. They're awesome people, they run an awesome game. I'm not gonna hit enter just yet, but it'll be soon. Yeah. But once again, thank you all for joining us today on Speedrunners Arena. This is the last race of the day. We'll have more next Saturday of the area randomizers. That's true. I guess I can go ahead and click it, and then I can click when it's actually raid time. We'll have more next Saturday as well as next Sunday. We will have our Staggered Mayhem Showcase. I don't think we've decided what category yet, or I guess the category will get voted on during the week. But you'll get to see everyone racing each other while racing their own personal bests. It's an interesting thing, and everyone should join us for it. But I'd say we are good. So from all of us at Speedrunners Arena, thank you for joining us. And go give the FF6 Worlds Collide community some love. Thanks, everybody. Bye.